And just like I mentioned earlier, Air Commodore Abayomi Balogun joins us in the studio this evening. Good to have you. Good evening.
Thank you.
Right. How much difference do you think that the salary increase would make for the military personnel at this time?
A lot of difference now, because this been overdue. For a long time, the soldiers, like we go to the same market, particularly the men. The armed forces is made up of officers and the men. The men are about 70%, and let's say the officers about 30%. The officers are comfortable somehow, but the men, who are the real people that do the job, they've been down to there. And then the salary has stagnated with increase in everything. So what you have seen the president do now is a serious boost on their morale. Because when you deploy a soldier either from home to another place or to the battlefront, he has two homes already. He has the home at home, and then he has another home at the front. How does that small salary cater for the two? So this is it's a welcome news, and I'm sure the morale of the armed forces are very high now, and they should do more now that you are increasing their salary.
But again, is better pay enough? Because so many persons also think that improvement in terms of equipment, training, is a lot better than that for now.
Yes, all is combined to what we mean morale. Because training is part of it, equipment is part of it, but the personal well-being, personal welfare of the men is also very important. If you give them all the weapons and they can't take care of their family at home, how would they be happy to fight for you? Yes, actually, the demand was bigger than what the president has approved. What they wanted was at least minimum of 250,000 as baseline for the first entry soldier. But they couldn't get that. But what the president has done, again, I like the approach because he has elevated the guys down there. 80% salary increase for those guys down, and then the next level, 50% increase. Then the officers are the big men, 30% increase. So you have elevated the guys at the bottom, at least they can afford what they need to sustain their family. It's a great development.
Now, how do we ensure, specifically for the government, that these salaries actually get to people on the front lines? Because we've heard over time that sometimes some of these, welfare doesn't really get to the guys in the field who are actually in front fighting.
Yes, the salaries will get to them because right now it's paid direct from central bank. The other emoluments at the battlefront is what I cannot guarantee. But the salary will get to them, which normally, once the salary comes, they leave checks at home for their families. Please go and cash this check when it is time. But there are other allowances at the front. The equipment they use, the feeding, because you can't send a soldier to the front and ask him to be eating gari or indomie. No, he needs something bigger that will sustain him to be able to stay at the front longer. So those kind of things are the ones that will keep them motivated out there. I can't guarantee that, but salary will surely get to them.
Right, we've seen a myriad of issues, especially in the North Central region regarding insecurity, just like we saw with Kogi State. I'm just wondering, really, beyond what we see as killings, attack on communities, are there underlying issues that we are not seeing clearly that is happening that needs to be brought to the front burner? Because we hear something along the lines of mining as one of the key reasons why these insecurity issues are along the North Central region is actually persistent.
Yeah. Big problem is that the security agencies and the people at the grassroots are not on the same page. Yes, the military men are fighting, they are doing whatever they can, but are they getting enough cooperation for the people at the grassroots? That is why I have been canvassing that we change our security architecture and make it a bottom-up approach so that the people down there, they are the first layer of defense. They don't need to carry arms, but they tell the security operatives, it's happening here, it is happening here. It will help the security personnel to be able to help them. But then, we are not doing that. So what I think is the issue at stake here is to get the buy-in of the people, because these guys are not, the bad guys are not spirits. They live among people. and they know them. So when you see something, you say something. That slogan. But then we must take it beyond see something, say something. We must empower people down there to be able to see something and say something without putting their lives in trouble. So that structure we need to create. If you don't create that structure, as you say something, see something, say something, they will not tell you because they are scared of their life. But you must be able to protect them. And that structure is what we need to create.
Right. Air Commodore Abayomi Balogun, many thanks. I mean, you advocated for the increase, that it's a welcome development. I'm just thinking whether you feel that, you know, sister agencies, security agencies would also be looking at administration and say, oh well, how about us, you know,
yes,
in that regard. But again, we would expand on this discussion.
Yes.
Really thanks for your time. We truly appreciate it.
Thank you.